Hi, I'm Nancy Kreith with the University of Illinois Extension. I teach horticulture in the Cook County area, and today I'm in my yard demonstrating how to save seed from the vegetable garden. So if you're new to saving seed from the vegetable garden, a key thing is not to harvest hybrid, because what happens, you're not really sure what you're going to get. It could revert back to one parent plant, so you want to be careful with that. A lot of people choose to save heirloom varieties or open pollinated varieties of plants, and also do it from healthy, good looking plants, because you don't want to harvest seeds from diseased plants. So suitable plants in the vegetable garden include tomatoes, beans, peas, peppers are all great to start with if you want to save seed. Today I'll demonstrate how to harvest lettuce seed, and that's also a pretty easy one to harvest, along with some herb seeds. So let's look at what we have here today. In front of me I have lettuce seed, and you could tell it's ready to harvest when it becomes fluffy like this, almost looking like a dandelion. And so some tools you want to have on hand is scissors and a cup, also some paper bags or envelopes to store your seed in. And with lettuce, what you do is snip the top here and put it into a bucket or a cup and just shake that around. And what results is your seed coming off the plant. And so once I get through all this lettuce, I'll go ahead and put that in a envelope marked with the date. That's very important, so you can know how old your seed is, because it only lasts so long. So that's a pretty simple way with lettuce. I also have cilantro here, and cilantro is an herb, and the seed form is actually coriander. And so here, this is all dried up on the plant already. I could tell it's brown and hard, ready to harvest. That's one of the key things with saving seed. So what I do is just cut that all off, put it in a brown paper bag, and then I'll separate it from the stem once I get indoors. So again, always labeled, and I'll seal that. Another plant I wanted to show you is a plant that has a pod. Now this is a mustard plant, and it's not great for harvesting because it does, pollinators love it, and it could cross-pollinate, and you might result in some different style of plant, or not a viable plant the next year you grow it. But let's say you were harvesting peas or beans, you would wait until the pod is overripe on the plant, and then you could break these pods open and see there's seed inside, and that's what you want to save. So this, if you save mustard seed, I would say it would be a little bit of trial and error. And again, just like the cilantro, I would have a paper bag handy, put that in there, and separate it indoors. Lastly, I'll show you one herb here. We have basil over here, and I could tell that this is not quite ripe. We don't have hard seeds, so I'm feeling this, and they're still soft. But you could tell in a couple weeks, this will be ready to harvest. And just like the cilantro and mustard, I would cut this and put it in a paper bag and allow the seeds to drop off and separate that from the rest of the plant. And so that's a great way to save seed. The key is to label it with the date and, of course, the type of plant, so you remember what you harvested. And keep in mind to avoid harvesting from hybrids, and start with those easy to save seeds.